Welcome to my channel. I am Dr. A. Navanita, Assistant Professor in EC Department, Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technology, Hyderabad. So today I am going to discuss a topic on the concept of storage capacity in the memory. In my last videos, I have discussed about the basics of memory, and today I am going to discuss another concept that is the storage capacity of the memory. So if you take any branch of engineering, in that one, this concept will be used for CSC, ECE, EEE, IT, MCT, any branch of the engineering. This concept is will be useful. So to help the student community of engineering, because they are not getting the valid education and good concept, I have started this YouTube channel and trying my level best to give the concepts clearly so that it will be useful for the student. So when we come to the storage capacity of the memory, so here already in the last class, in my last video, I have discussed what is a memory. So memory is nothing but a hardware circuit which is used for storing the data in the form of binary bits. Okay, if you take your floppy disk, one is a memory, pen drive is a one memory circuit, your memory card is a one memory circuit, compact disk CD is a one memory circuit which we make use in our daily life. So all this in the memory circuits, whatever you make use, these circuits will be available in the form of integrated circuit or a chip when you purchase as a product, but they will be manufactured using the transistors to store the data. Okay, so here in this one, when we come to this memory, already in my last class I discussed that whatever the data which you have, either it can be textual information or a video or a photo or any film or a song, every data will be stored in the form of binary bits. Those binary bits will be in the form, those binary bits are nothing but ones and zeros. So when we come to the storage capacity of the memory, my topic is storage capacity of memory. Okay. So already I told in the last previous video, memory is nothing but a hardware block which is used in all electronic gadgets like your mobile phone, your laptop, your desktop, okay, robo, washing machine. In everywhere this memory circuit is used as a hardware block to which is used to store the data. So here whenever we go for this memory is manufactured in the form of chip or integrated circuit. So this is nothing but an electronic component where your circuits will be manufactured. If you go to the Google, you can see the image of how the chips look like. Okay, otherwise in next video I will show you how a chip is going to be look like, or chip can also be called as integrated circuit. Remember that memory circuits are available in the form of integrated circuits or in the form of chip. Okay, whatever this memory which is available in the form of integrated circuit or a chip, they are mainly used as storage circuits in all your electronic gadgets like your mobile phone, your laptop, your desktop, robo, washing machine, ATM machine, any electronic gadget you take. Every electronic gadget inside it is going to have the memory. Okay, so here in this one, whenever we get into the memory, last video you can see that how it will be stored in the bits, what are the address lines and data lines I thought I have discussed, just go through that. So whenever we get into memory, the important parameter which is used is nothing but storage capacity. This storage capacity can also be called as memory capacity, okay, or it can be called as size of memory, or they can be called as memory size. So here any term can be called for this parameter. So whenever you design a memory circuit, we have to consider three parameters mostly. That is power consumption of your memory circuit, speed of your memory circuit, next comes your storage capacity of memory circuit. One of the parameter which we are going to discuss now is nothing but the memory capacity. So whenever, what does this memory capacity represents, or storage capacity is going to represent? This storage capacity, already in my last video I discussed that this memory is mainly used to storage of data. How this data will be stored? In the form of 1 or 0. Okay. So whatever the storage it is doing in the form of 1 and 0, the capacity of the memory which is used to store the data in the form of 1 and 0, that capacity we call it as a storage capacity or memory capacity. Okay. So here in this one, whenever we get into storage capacity or memory capacity, here if you take a room which is capable of taking making 30 students to sit in that room for class. Okay, so whatever the 30 students capacity in a room is there, that is nothing but storage capacity. So whatever the room which we are taking to make the 30 students to sit, that room can be considered as what? A memory. That memory, that room is capable of storing how many students? 30 students. So you have given example of a classroom of 30 students. If you take a memory, the memory which is capable of storing the data, how many bits it is capable for storage, that we call it as memory capacity or storage capacity. So here this storage capacity represents the capacity of the memory of storing the data in the form of binary bits. How many binary bits it is capable of for storage. Okay. So I think your memory is capable of storing some 20 bits of data. Then that can be called, this storage capacity will be of 20 bits. Instead of 20 bits, if it is capable of storing some 80 bits, then the storage capacity of your memory will be 80. Instead of your 80, if it is capable of storing 120 bits, then the storage capacity of your memory will be 120 bits. How many bits it is capable for storage? Your memory circuits, those are said to be storage capacity, memory capacity, or size of the memory or memory size. Anything is a one and the same. So whenever we get into this storage capacity or memory size, the units which are used for this storage is nothing but bits or bytes or kilobytes, or it can be gigabytes, or it can be megabytes, or it can be, now we are in the size of the memory which is capable of storing terabytes. So what is a bit? Bit is nothing but 1 and 0 storage. If you take a song, if the song in your mobile phone where memory is present, it will be storing in the form of ones and zeros. So if you take any popular song, think it is storing a 24 bits. So here in this one, then the storage for the song in the memory is nothing but 24 bits. Okay, but your memory think it is capable of storing 120. So out of 120 bits, 24 bits is taken by whom? By the song. Okay, so what is the storage capacity? Your memory is having 120 bits. Out of 120, 24 is taken. Remaining how many is there? Remaining will be around some one. If you remove 24 from 120, how much you will be getting? 6, and here how much you will get? 1 you will have, isn't it? 11 you have to take 2. So how much you are going to have here? You are going to have around 86 bits left out. So whatever the 86 remaining bits are there, you can use for the remaining storage. So here in this one, the capacity of memory which is used for storage in the form of bit, that we call as storage capacity, that everyone should remember. And what are the units? It will be expressed in the bits or byte. Bit means already ones and zeros I told you. Byte means a group of 8 bits which are used for storage, that is said to be the byte. Kilobyte means if you take 1024 bytes, then that is called as 1 kilobyte. 1 megabyte is how much? 1 megabyte is equal to this 1024 bytes will be equal to, if we express in the exponential form, this will be equal to the power of 10 bytes. Okay, so if the memory is capable of storage in the form 8 bits, then it will be taken in bytes. If it is capable of storing 16 bits, then it is called as what? It will capable of storing if it is capable of storing 16 bits, then it will be expressed in the word. So here in this 1k is equal to 1024. Okay, 1 KB. 1 KB will be equal to 1024 bytes. That is nothing but 1024. 1 byte equal how much? 8 bits. Okay. So in this way we can express. And again this 1024 how you can take? 101 KB is equal to 1024 into 1 byte. 1 byte equal to how much? 1024 into 1 byte equal to 8 bits. Okay, this is equal to, if we express in the power, how much it will be equal to? 2 power. If we express in the in the power form, this is equal to 2 power 10 into 8 bits. So what is the storage capacity of your memory? The storage capacity of memory is equal to 2 power 10 into 8. Okay, if it is 16 bits means, if the memory in each storage it is capable of storing 16 bit means, instead of 8 it will be having 16. So in that case what you are going to write? 1k, 2 power 10 is nothing but 1k. 16 bits means word. 1k W you have to write instead of B. Okay. So when you go for 1 MB, 1 MB is equal to how much? It is equal to 2 power 1k into 1k. That is nothing but 2 power 20 into 8. 1 MB. Okay. So this is about the units which you are going to express. Now from the storage capacity, what you can find, that will be my discussion. Okay. So now we will calculate storage capacity of memory. From this one you can find out address lines. Next is data lines. Third one is number of memory locations. Okay. So think you are using RAM as a memory. That RAM, what does full form of RAM? It is nothing but random access memory. Random access memory, what you can do? You can do both read and write operation. Okay, already in my last class I told you what is read and write operation. Read is nothing but if any device from the memory takes data, then it is called as read operation. If any device puts some data in the memory, then it is called as write operation. Okay. So here in this one, think that you are taking a RAM in your mobile phone and it is having a size of the memory, that is storage capacity of the memory as 64 KB. So whatever the 64 KB is nothing but what? Storage capacity. Whenever you are purchasing your pen drive, you will say 4 GB, pen drive, 2 GB pen drive, 16 GB pen drive, isn't it? So instead of that 4 GB, 2 GB or 16 GB, I am taking a RAM memory. Even your pen drive can have the RAM memory. So here in this one, whatever the pen drive is having, that is having a size of 64 KB. So whatever 64 KB is there, this 64 KB represents storage capacity or memory capacity or size of the memory or memory size. Here I am taking the storage capacity. So from the storage capacity, I told you can find address lines, data lines and number of memory locations. Already in the last video, I have discussed that whenever you take a memory, inside your memory you are going to have subblock. Each subblock is called as memory location, and in this memory location, your CPU or input output devices can put the data or it can take the data. Okay, so here you can take the memory and it is having each subblock. How many here it is having? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, isn't it? So each subblock, what we are calling here as a memory location, or in some books they will call as a word, one and the same. So here in this one, each location is going to have the address value. Here I am writing the address value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is said to be the address of the memory location. Address of the memory location. Okay, memory location I am writing as a ML here. So here in this one thing, your CPU wants to put the data in the third location. So in third location, what is its address value? 3. So your CPU will be sending the address value 3 in that. Once it sends the address value to the memory, this is your memory, that is nothing but I am taking as a RAM here. Okay, so at this address, what is the data it has to send? Think it wants to send the data P here. So this P, whatever is there, it will be stored in each location of this memory is capable of storing 8 bits, means this P will be stored in the form of 8 bits. Think it is stored in the form of 1101, 1010. So this P will be stored in the form of binary bits, whatever the data it wants to store. P is one data. Like that, your song will be stored in the form of one group of ones, your videos will be stored in the form of group of ones, image will be stored in the form of group of ones, numbers, text, any data which is stored in the memory, which is present in a mobile phone, laptop, desktop, everywhere the data will be stored in the particular location by sending the address in the form of binary bits. Okay, so now from this storage capacity you can find address lines. What do you mean by address lines? For every location you have the address value. So this address value in the hardware will be stored in the form of binary bits. Think it is stored in the form of 8 binary bits. So 8 binary bits, this one will be stored in the form of what? Address value 00000001. So this address value is going to be stored in the form of 00, 4 zeros and 001. If you take 3, what will be the address value? 2 zeros and 1 1. So the bits which are used to store the address value, those are said to be what? Address bits. What is data bits? The data, the number of bits used to store the data in the memory location, those are said to be data bits. Okay, so here in this one, from the storage capacity you can find how many number of memory locations it is having. How many memory locations it is having here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So number of memory locations it is having 5. And how many address bits you are using for the address value? 8 bits. And data, this is your data which is stored in the location. So how many bits you are using in the data memory location? 8 bits. So address also you are using 8 here, and data is also using 8. Because you are in each location you are storing the data in the form of 8 bits, it is expressed in the form of byte. It is not compulsory it should be 8 bits, it can be 16 bits or it can be 4 bits or it can be 9 bits depending upon the design of the memory circuits. But 90% it will be 8 bits only. In some cases it can be 16 bits, 10%. It depends upon the designer. Okay, now from the location storage capacity of the memory, now we will see how you are going to find the storage capacity of the memory. So whatever the 64 KB is there, that you have to express in the form of 2 to the power of n into m. This is an important concept. Every competitive exam which you write in the national level or international level, this objective is going to be asked. Okay. So here in this one, whatever this 2 to the power of n is there, storage capacity is expressed in the form of 2 to the power of n into m. What is this 2 to the power of n? This represents number of memory locations present in the memory. Number of memory locations present in the memory. And what does this m represents? Data bits used for storing the data in the memory location. Okay. And what is this n represents here? Address bits used to store. What? Address bits used to store the address value. Isn't it? Address value of which? Of memory location. Address value of memory location. Address value of memory location. So here whatever 64 KB is there. This 64 KB how you can express here? Okay. 64 KB. How you can express? How you can express a 64 KB? 64 KB you can express as what? 64 into 1K into 1B. Okay. And this 64, 1K equal to how much I said? This you have to remember. 1K equal to 2 power 10. 1M equal to 2 power 20. 1G equal to 2 power 30. 1T equal to 2 power 40. That means that many memory locations are present in the memory. 2 power 10 is nothing but 1024. Isn't it? So 1K equal to 2 power 10. 1B equal to what? 1 byte. 1 byte equal to how many bits? 8 bits. Instead of 1B, if you have 1 W, you have to write 16 bits. So this you express in the power 64. What will be your value? 2 power 6 into 2 power 10 into 8. This you can write how what? 2 power 16. 6 plus 10. Same bases are equal. You are multiplying. Power should be added. Base you take same thing and power 6 plus 10 16 into 8. So what will be if we express in this one? 2 power 16 into 8. So once we express this, then you find out number of memory location in this one. How many number of memory locations it is having? This number of memory location it is having is nothing but 2 power 16. Isn't it? So here in this one 2 power 16 into 8 you got for 64 KB and 64 KB. This 2 power 16 represents what? Number of memory locations. Isn't it? And how many data bits it is having? 8. M. This is 2 power n into m. This is m value. M value, as I said, it represents what? Data bits. Isn't it? In previously I told you. And I say n represents what here? Address bits. So 2 power n into m you express. M represents data bits. N represents address bits. And 2 power n represents your memory location. So in this way we are going to find the storage capacity of the memory. So what you do? You find storage capacity for other thing. Okay. So if I take 124 MB, what will be its address bits? You find out data bits, number of memory location. Next you take 2 GB. Next you take 8 GB. Okay. Next you take 1 TB. Find out. Sorry. Sorry, excuse me. 124 MB storage capacity. Find out number of memory location, data bits and address bits. Similarly 2 GB, you put me in the comments. If students are watching this, you put me the comments what value you got it. Okay, it will gives me a happiness that my students are following and something useful thing I am going to do there for them. Okay, 2 GB. Find out how much address base and data bits it is going to have. Similarly, number of memory locations, database address bits it is going to have. 1 TB represents terabytes. How much memory locations and address bits and database it is going to have, that you will find out. So I think I have given some information regarding the storage capacity of the memory. So once again I recall what I have discussed with you. So storage capacity is nothing but it is a concept which is used in the memory circuits to find out how many bits your memory is capable for storage. Okay, next one, how you are going to express this storage capacity, either in the bits, bytes, kilobytes, megabytes, gigabytes. Then you remember that byte is nothing but group of 8 bits. Next, 1 KB equal to power 10, 1 M equal to power 20, and 1 G equal to power 30 memory locations, 1 T equal to power 40 memory locations. So whatever the storage capacity is there, that you have to express in 2 to the power of n into m. 2 to the power of n represents the number of memory locations present in the memory. M represents data bits present in the memory. Data bits which are used to store the data in the memory location, and n represents data bits which are used to represent for your address line for each of your memory location. Okay, so if you like if you feel my video is good, subscribe it, click it, and put comments on the assignment which I have given. Okay, thank you once again.